Welcome to Cloudy Thoughts, the late night cloud gaming podcast. I'm your host, LoFi Monk. And if you're listening to the podcast, we stream live on YouTube every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you'd like to join, just pop in, say hello, say what's up. Say que paso, what's up? And if you'd like to listen to the podcast, you can find Cloudy Thoughts on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Links are in the description. Shout out to Stadia Dosage as always, MM2K foremost, of course, Squids and Jack. Everybody over there, super awesome guys. If you'd like to stay up to date with what's going on with Stadia, that's a great spot to go to, is stadiadosage.com. Also, they got really cool content creators like my man Squids and, different cool stuff. Let's see. This week on my channel, I did a little bit of Roguebook, which we're going to talk about, and I did some first looks. Checked out the Fast and the Furious Spy Racers thing, and that's about it. Anyway, let's bring out my super awesome co-host, PurpleHaze. What's up, Perp? How you doing?
Hey, LoFi, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you been?
I've been good. End of the week for me at least. So excited about that.
Yeah, man. So it looks like our late night podcast has still got a lot of daylight back there.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I think I was talking to you about it, but remember it used to be purple.
Yeah.
And now it's like daylight, and so I'm like, oh, jeez,
That's crazy. So, have you got anything going on this week on your channel over there? What have you been up to?
Well, yesterday I had the pleasure of interviewing Project Storm.
Yeah.
And the week before I did Chariot Man Gaming. Two great conversations, insightful in so many ways. And then obviously I'm still trying to work my way through Tomb Raider. I've been kind of like, playing it and not playing it. I think I'm close to the end, as people I think have been telling me. So, and then there might be a special Shades of Purple with someone who might know something about a Tomb Raider one Laura Croft type.
Oh.
So, hopefully maybe can share those details as the month keeps progressing. So
yeah, man, your Shades of Purple has gotten so good. It's really like a candid conversation just about gaming, and like it's tied into cloud gaming, but it's hard to really put your finger on what's going on, but it's really good. That interview you did with Project Storm was awesome. He's a really cool guy. Shout out to Project Storm. So yeah, go check out him, check out his channel, subscribe to Perp, check out that interview. Like I said, it's a really good interview. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring out our guest, Mr. Squids with 3 Z's.
Hey. Hello.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Whoa, there he is. How's it going, man?
Another day, about $10, right? I don't know. But chilling, man, chilling. Dominique, my brother, actually left today. He finally left. So, but
all right.
Yeah, we're back on the grind. Gonna be playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
Giving away a lot of money. So
yeah, doing the $25 hollers. We did a giveaway last week where we gave away 8 $25 Google Play credits to the audience, and that was really cool. Thanks to our sponsor. And you're doing how's yours work? What are you doing over there?
Well, there's kind of like two I'm going on. If you donate $5 or more on the Cash App, you actually get entered into a raffle to get a Premier Edition at the end of the month. And then the other one we're doing, which is pretty much every day on Chill Times with Squids, and then I'll do it on like 1 or 2 of the gameplay streams.
Yeah.
But that's about like 6-7 chances to get $25 on each day of the week. But yeah, it's going until August 5th. You got to be subscribed, of course. And then we'll be just doing the giveaway through the chat. And yeah, $25 of a gift card. And you can use it in your Stadia to buy a game.
Yeah. Who was that one earlier?
Windstar.
Windstar.
Yeah. And what was Mac Moyer, right?
Yeah, Mac Moyer. He's like a newer guy. I don't know when he just started coming in like this week. So
yeah, that was really cool when he figured out that he could use those play credits on
Stadia.
Man.
Yeah, he's excited because he bought, what is it? Centipede and Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon.
Yeah, that's dope.
So he went and bought both of those.
Well, we're gonna get into some cloud gaming stuff, but now that we got the man right here, let's talk about. Everybody wants to know what's this thing about celebrity baby dick faces? What were you talking about?
What? Well, with that, I mean, I was watching some other podcasts, so I heard it, and I looked it up, and then it was actually a thing. And then it even is on Ellen's show too. Like, that's where it like stemmed from, was from that show. Because she
Ellen,
yeah. So, yep.
Oh, that was dude. You never know what's gonna happen on the late night streams.
Yeah.
I'm stopping in, checking you out, because you're always like, just kind of like ruminating on something, you know, like you just thinking and letting it go, and I like it.
Well, all I know is I'm not gonna kiss Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, for sure.
Nope.
But anyway, you were talking about he had purchased Centipede, and speaking of Centipede, shout out to the Chat Stadia guys. I am right at least on my friends list. I'm right in the middle of the two guys. I'm trying to catch up with Crow. Shout out to Crow Resin. Yeah, but we have Purple score right here, which is like insane. Like, yeah, well, we got Project Storm, Stadia Pro Gaming, Dr. Sense, Certified Doc, of course.
It's changed. Ryzak's up there now. Ryzak is actually pretty high now. So,
man, shout out to Dr. Sense. I wish he was still doing the Stadia stuff, man. I know he's doing some kind of crypto gaming now. Illuvium.
Yeah, I don't know how much he's doing that right now with the crash in crypto, but
yeah, we'll see what happens on that. Man. But yeah, shout out to Dr. Sense. He's always streaming. Yeah, man. So let's what's your secret, Perp? What is the strategy for Centipede? What tips? Give us little guys some tips.
It's nothing. I mean, I think it's just you have to be really. The game is it's still a game, right? So like, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of have to just understand the mechanics of the game. I'll put it like that. And when you understand like what you actually have to do in the game, you can then it changes the way you just Did I tell you a lot there? No, but no, I think there's different. You have to kind of like the way I play the game is it just you kind of have to look at the different layout, like what do the centipedes do, when do they start coming down, when, like, what are you having problems with? Like some people have problems with like running into the fleas that fall down really fast. Some people have problems, they can't keep their eye on the spider. Some people get overwhelmed with the centipedes, and so I think it's like understanding the style you like to play given what's going on at that time, right? Like sometimes you may want to pass up on power-ups because it's not going to help you. it's not the right power up for that type of part of the game. And other times, you may want to like just ignore the centipedes and focus on the spiders. And then other times you may want to be like, all right, I know the centipedes are coming down because
I can't help but focus on the scorpions. Because they're the jerks that make the centipedes come down.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
No.
I thought when the mushrooms that the different colored mushrooms that the scorpion leaves, when the centipede touches those, that's when it decides to go down.
I always thought it was like a mixture of the fleas and they change the color. But if it's a scorpion doing it, you could do it. That's another way. Like, or you can just focus on those mushrooms when they happen. Like I said, it just takes like you gotta have to understand the lay of the board at any given time. And then
for me, it's like my strategy is constantly shifting.
Yeah, no, that's the way I play. Is that I just am constantly like, what's going on at that time, and understanding that sometimes the centipede could get really close to you, but it's not like it's chasing you. Like they're kind of like focused on their own thing.
I want to say this: when I saw that this game was coming out, I already knew what was going to happen. I knew the leaderboard thing was going to we're all going to have this game and it's going to be about the leaderboard, because I've lived it with the arcade, like that used to be how it was. Like you would go to the neighborhood corner store and you would see like initials on there, and either you knew who they were or you'd be like, who the hell is this? Like you may never cross paths with them, but you're just going back and forth with your names. And like I saw this, but I want to point out, Perp, you made fun of me when I brought this game up.
I'm still gonna make fun of you. Like, no, I think
How old is it? And it still holds up.
41 years, I think, or this month or later this year. But no, it's a solid game, I think. But so something really cool happened, and we talked. Project Storm and I talked about it yesterday actually, and Atari actually has taken notice of the Stadia community. And it has been like if you're on Twitter, their social media people are engaging us, and we got to ask them some questions about the games and just asking them about games bringing over, and I have a different appreciation for what Atari is trying to do and the comeback they're trying to make now. So. So I think that was a cool little story from the Stadia rivalry. But yeah, no, they've taken notice, and I think that's really cool when the community shows up for these games, because they're not the first, publisher and developer to be like, oh my gosh, there's a community there and they're vibrant. Wired Productions has said that as well. So.
What's cool with Centipede that I haven't got to try it out, but I noticed if you're in co-op, you can revive each other. So I'm like, dude, I wish it was online multiplayer, because the rivalry is going back to be crazy.
We asked them about that, and they said that that's definitely in their plans, and they're just trying to expand right now, and get their name out there a little bit more and expand, and then definitely that's part of the plans for that game going forward. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, Squids was number 2 in the world for how long, Squids?
Like an hour or two. At 2,600 for the first mode. Or no, 26,660 or some shit. And then the guy was 28,000. So I could have easily did it, but I was like, I need to go to sleep. But then I wake up and then everyone just
SPG started and SPG went out, and then got wild after that. But no, it's a cool little I think it's a great game, and I'm happy for Atari, like I said, that they're making that pushback. So,
yeah, really cool. I can't wait to see the other titles make it on here.
Yeah. No, and potentially, I mean, there might be possibility. A lot of people have been not making fun, but there's the skeptical voices in the cloud community that are like, well, PlayStation and Game Pass are getting, all the anniversary games from Atari, as where Stadia only is getting 4 or 5. But I think like the kind of the enthusiasm that the community had in rallying around this game, like Atari takes notice of that, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see like the rest coming to the platform, or at least more than what's been stated. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, all those haters out there, and we got some day and dates coming now.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there was one show that said it first. I just want to point that out.
I'm pretty sure.
One show that I think there's receipts on it. I think we had one. I think there was like a maker of chaos who was like not, and I'm pretty sure we had on this show day and date Saints Row. Pretty sure we said that. But whatever. Nerf Report reports it, and it's official. So
it's official.
But we kind of know that this show actually breaks the news before. So I'm not gonna. But yeah, I'm happy it's coming. Right, regardless of who breaks the news, it's gonna come at the same time. So I'm super excited it's coming.
Yep, Skull and Crossbones. What is it? Skull and Bones, right? That's what it's called. Skull and Bones is coming day and date, and Saints Row day and date. Yeah. What is this? In November, right?
Saints Row's August.
Okay.
Skull and Bones is November, and
there's also that rumor. I still haven't heard much else about it. It's still just a rumor about the Avatar game dropping in November.
Late November, yeah. I don't know if Ubisoft's verified that one. To me, that one's the one that could most likely get pushed back. But we know
makes
that
sense because the movie's coming too. So
yeah, they're gonna try to like pair it up, and I think Ubisoft's been the one who's kind of done these launches close to their other entertainment counterparts. If you remember, we saw this with Far Cry 6 and Stranger Things. Inside there was like kind of that cross-promotional stuff happening before Season 4 Stranger Things earlier this spring. So I'm sure they're trying to explore that more.
Yeah, shout out to Ubisoft coming with all these day and dates to Stadia. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
No, they've really leaned into the cloud platform, but this should have been expected. People continue to say like Ubisoft and Stadia are like linked, but actuality, and it seemed to report it as much. But earlier this year, Ubisoft bought like a company that is cloud. It's a cloud-focused company that about bringing games to the cloud and the technologies to the cloud. And so I think Ubisoft's like really leaned in that direction. So
talk to them. Yeah, I mean, but they're not the only ones. We also got the Saints Row coming, so it's not just.
No, Saints Row's Embracer Group, I think. That's another conglomerate we don't talk about. No one talks about it, but Embracer Group, in my opinion, I'm a really big fan of them, even though people are like, they're a conglomerate, they're blah, blah, blah. But one of the cool things.
Cool stuff.
A really cool thing they're doing, which is kind of like totally opposite of the cloud, is they are basically getting every physical copy of a video game ever made and creating a library. Like this actual like video game thing. So like
a real place.
And they've like hired like a team to curate it, and they are searching high and low for like the rarest of rare video games. And I think it shows that they have like kind of this homage or like understanding of what that means. So huge shout out to those the Nordic companies in the video game. I mean, to me, they're kind of like quickly becoming a gaming mecca based upon just if we look at the games coming out of there, if we look at Embracer being one of the biggest conglomerates and some of the studios that are over there. I think we should give them more love than they get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Squids. Did you get to take a look at that Skull and Bones presentation they did on YouTube?
A little bit. I didn't watch the presentation. I just watched the Stadia trailer that came out, or whatever, the like 2-minute thing. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I had time for.
I got to see a little bit of the gameplay. It's pretty intense, man. It's
Is it?
it's all because it's like open world and like there's how like I don't know what you would call it. What's the word for it? Where like in Destiny where you see other players that are online running past you, like it's just like that, like where you can engage with them and do like community thing. Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, like an MMO,
Or like Red Dead,
for.
like it, like you can see other people.
Yeah.
Or like Destiny, like you said, but but yeah,
But other people
like-
can take your loot. If your
Yeah, there's
ship's-
PvP.
Yeah, like they can take your stuff too. So I think it's gonna be a pretty cool kind of concept where you can team up with people. You can do your own little like missions to deliver stuff, but you have to go into the open seas, and do stuff. And it's like you can make your ship. There's like a crafting element to it, right? Of making your ship kind of unique to you. So.
Yeah. Depending on your fighting style, things like that. Yeah, I thought it looked really nice. I love pirate stuff, so yeah. Even though it's not pirates in space, but it's still. So yeah, what was your favorite pro game so far, Perp?
For this month or all time?
Yeah, for this month.
I've really only played 2, right? And so I've played Centipede a lot, and I'll probably be playing that some more this weekend. And I did that a race or 2 with you in Fast and Furious. So between the 2, I've spent more time on Centipede. But I was initially I gave this month a low score, right? So I've now bumped that score up a little bit, but yeah, I would have to go with Centipede now. But it's kind of unfair to compare this month's pro games because there was a non-pro game that got released the day before these pro games got released, and I've been excited for that for about 3 months now. So
yeah. How'd you like that Outriders?
I'm a huge, I'm not going to say huge Outriders fan, but I really like Outriders. Ever since David Wilson kind of talked me into it, and then I played it with Squids and Crow, right? And I really sucked at it at that point. Like I kept dying, and they kept having to revive me. But something just bit me, like this Outriders bug bit me that as I started leveling up and I started doing more missions and I started understanding more of the story and the gameplay, I think I'm really interested in games that do different things. And I think this game is very different in the fact that it is a looter shooter, third person shooter, but then you have this whole element of abilities. You know what I mean? Squids, you play it a lot. You have played hours on this thing. We got to play some World Slayer together as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm liking the World Slayer. It's really nice, like how the different changes went in, and it's I don't know. Feels like a little bit more damage than what I did before. I was like, oh damn. But I like the different talent trees and all that stuff. Adds all that level of complexity to it, and then you can add the difficulty to it with the apocalypse levels too. So,
no, it's good.
Yeah,
and
pretty nice.
Shout out the Cowboys in the house. I just saw that. Shout out to him, and all I can say is there's some people who claim to have news and claim to know what's going on, and then there's other people who actually know what's going on. So, and there's receipts of the 2. I've put my name out there numerous times.
Yeah.
But
Got them guns.
But every community, to truly value the truth, you sometimes have to see the false prophets. So that's what it is.
So getting back to Outriders, right? I I get this weird habit. I don't even know, not even a weird habit. This weird thing keeps happening. So I knew the DLC was coming out, but I didn't really realize what date it was coming out. And for some strange reason, I decided that was the day to do my first look on Outriders since it was pro. And I just jumped in. I didn't know. And man, I sat at a loading screen for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, I remember I was watching that and I was like, oh no, because I could tell you weren't tracking the World Slayer release that day. So
I was like, oh man, I just thought it was gonna work anyway, but no. So I mean, I me personally, I understand when there's a bumpy release. Things happen on release days, you know. And they've got it sorted out, right? Everything's working good now, right?
Yeah, it's working pretty well, and crossplay. So initially, some of the criticism that was coming, rightfully so, by the way, is Stadia had the older version, so crossplay wasn't working. As well as there was other things like you couldn't claim rewards in the the DLC or in some other.
It like caused a glitch.
Yeah, and so it would kick you out.
Yep, glitch.
And so that's been updated, but the cool thing about it, and I think this is a success story for People Can Fly, like the player base for Outriders has like jumped up like 400 to 500% with this release, and
400 to 500%.
400 to 500%, yeah. So it's not a Destiny level player count. But
from when it's not doing anything.
Yeah, and that was from those numbers were from the pre-release numbers, so it's showing that there's a lot of excitement, and I think the gaming community in general, regardless of platform, and exactly Cowboy, you know what's up, but the gaming community should cheer this, because the cool thing about Outriders, it's bucking the trend of loot boxes and trying to nickel and dime you in the game, pay to win type of mechanics, and it's like you play the game and it's the game, right, until the next one comes out. And I think that's I cheer for them, and like I said, I'm a big fan of the game.
Square Enix, right?
Yeah. Square Enix publisher. People Can Fly are the devs.
So, like I said, I had this weird experience. Like I did that, and I didn't realize the DLC was coming out. Well, today, just out of nowhere, I decided I was going to stream. Well, okay, let me back up, because The Quarry had come out, and now they're talking about High on Life coming out from Squanch Studios, and that's Justin Roiland. You know, he does a lot of voice acting in their game, and it's hilarious, right? So I saw the tiny little bit of gameplay of it, and I was like, dude, that reminds me a lot of Journey to Savage Planet. So I'm gonna go ahead and stream that and mention that, and I forgot to say it during the stream.
Yeah, it's free this weekend.
Yeah, it just I finished playing the game and I go look at the store because I got a couple credits I was thinking about spending, but nothing's on sale right now that low. I only got $5 Google Play credits left. But anyway, I noticed that the free to play games with the Journey to Savage Planet. So if you haven't ever played it, go check out my gameplay from earlier today, and then go check out the game on Stadia. It's dope. It's fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. I'd definitely love to do some co-op with somebody if they're down for it sometime. But yeah, I love that game. That game really is what got me hooked into Stadia, because I was like, I kept going back to it. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. One of the first pro games that I was just like, this is genius. But that's from that's also from Stadia Games and Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Journey to Savage Planet. Who runs it? Is that one of the games that went to what is it? Or is it like Beaver something? What is the
they reformed as a new studio.
Canadian studio. I can't think of it. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime something's fun, that's awesome. So I love hearing that.
So you had mentioned something about a Boosteroid.
Whoa. So if you were on, or you were watching Cowboy stream yesterday, things got heated.
Interesting.
Like heated.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so and I think Cowboy did what he does. He brings he likes to invite the controversy on his channel, and you had on in one corner Cloudy V, so he's a swinger, puncher, fighter, and then on the other corner you had another guest on this show, Vet, Cloud Gaming.
Yeah.
And they duked it out. Cloudy V believes it's a scam. Vet is as you know, is he's a what do they call it, a partner or something?
Yeah.
Right. So they went
an
at
ambassador or whatever.
An ambassador, something that they call it. But where he gets he doesn't get paid by them, but I think he probably gets a free tier of whatever their highest is. And so yeah, they went at it, and there's an open question if Boosteroid is a scam / illegal. And so I think
any specifics on it?
Yeah, so for the people who are there, they definitely can attest to it in chat. But basically, what it was it's kind of shady. I'm not gonna say it's illegal, but it is kind of shady because you have to buy the stuff in euros, right? When you kind of start to dig a little bit further into the game, like the company, it's really hard to find anything out about them. That's from my angle. But the biggest thing I think that showed was someone tried to, use the service. I forget what game it was, and they lost access to that game because Boosteroid did not have the license to stream that game.
Oh,
and it was a really popular title.
Yeah.
So it was purchased through like the Steam store.
Yeah.
And then
that's where it gets funny on if it's because you didn't really purchase it through them. They just gave you the ability.
Yeah. It makes that's the open question. A lot of people in the community, I think a lot of people didn't realize that, is that, wait a second, this isn't like maybe it's not fully legit. And like I have my own theories about Boosteroid, but yeah, so that's a thing that's going on right now. I think for those people who are open to Simpleton, maybe you want to throw that up there for something. You didn't hear? Yeah, I didn't say it.
I agree. Boosteroid is 100% an opportunist snake oil salesman who's technically not doing anything illegal because they will stream until they're told not to.
Yeah, and so here's my thing. I think that's I will give you, my
even their logo is spelling it says.
Star Trek.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was really hoping good stuff because they're out of Ukraine, but that's kind of
that could be a ploy.
Yeah, that's what. But I actually think they are out. So this is my thing, right? And I'm going to give you.
Didn't they just do an interview with Nerf Report?
No, they did an interview with Duncan.
Oh, that's right.
Right, but so the thing about it is, and here's an example of a company that's actually Ukrainian company and one that's saying they're a Ukrainian company, right? So if we remember the summer game, what is it called? Summer Game Show. The people who make the Metro series, I can't think of it right now, their name. They're a Ukrainian company. That's actually why they're outlawed in Russia. And yeah, I can't think. I think it starts with a K or a P. It's one of those, but they're a Ukrainian company. And if you watch the summer game show, when it came time for them to present, there was kind of this homage of like, they're just trying to like survive, and they're relocating their studios and so forth. Like Ukraine's a war zone, and as someone who's been in a country at war, there is no business going on. Like that does not exist.
That's what I was like, how?
So like, So then when I hear like this company is a Ukrainian company, oh, it's a good news story, and then you're like, oh, where are they operating out of? And then I see Cyprus. So if you don't know anything, like Cyprus is actually like any of those call center scams usually originates out of Cyprus because they have very lax laws. And so it's like, this is now really looking shit. And then when you look up the CEO, he doesn't really have a long paper trail. When I looked up their CTO, the dude doesn't even work at Boosteroid anymore. And anytime I get, like, I do my own due diligence into a company and I have to then go read Arabic, I don't know. I don't know.
Come on, Boosteroid. You got some explaining to do.
Yeah, no. So that's just my thing. I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna say, like,
seems a little fishy. Something smells a little fishy.
Have you tried Boosteroid? Squids?
No, I have not yet. I'm too scared. No, I probably will. I have to use my fake account, so no. I probably will. I'll try it out one of these weeks. So I do need to try it.
I don't know all the details, but I heard Shadow is getting an upgrade.
I mean,
doesn't things like being able to use your phone as a second screen and things like that. But I mean, that's more like that's a virtual PC.
Because does Boosteroid have the trial, or no? You just kind of have to buy into it.
I don't know because
Russian hacker. I don't know. There's definitely some type of
something's not right. Yeah, they need to come out and sort some.
But it's going to be hard. That's the whole point, and I think that's why I think it's super interesting that the war in Ukraine. There's so many things that happen. The war in Ukraine breaks out. The more crypto. So if you actually go look up the CEO, he does like crowdfunding via crypto. So right, so it's not a public company. Their financial stuff is very like whatever. They're operating out of a country that is known for scams.
Then let me add to it too. There's Blizzard and Riot Games that are being streamed. Like they don't play that.
Yeah, like
they play like WoW in the in that, or play League of Legends.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a like when you live in those gray jurisdictions, and we're already talking about remote servers, right? Like this is how these things can exist, and I think that's one of the things why I think it's important to actually understand how cloud systems work. Because if you try to make the comparison to local hardware, it doesn't make sense, because now you just understand that actually cloud streaming's been around for a while. Anyone who could have access to a remote server could do it. So how do you get access to a remote server? Like that's now becoming more prevalent. So
before we continue,
I used to have a dedicated server that I did all kinds of things from.
I'm looking at the TNC right now. And what I read here, just before I kind of continue, just so you can, see how it feels, right, with the TNC. Just this one sentence. If you choose to use Boosteroid, you do so on your own initiative at your own risk and are responsible for complying with local laws. So,
wow.
Just gonna put that out there, and that's like on the who can use Boosteroid, the number 2 thing. That's only on the second part. There's I'm still reading it, but because it also says, however, we do not warrant that Boosteroid is appropriate or available for use in any particular jurisdiction. That's
not appropriate.
That's the sentence before that. So.
So I think that the issue, to Holt's point, I don't think they're illegal. What I think is happening, from what I understand, is
shady at best.
Yeah, well, technically the customer, most likely what's happening is they're probably renting out, like the customer, Yumi are renting out some type of cloud, like I said, PC, some version of a cloud PC. And Boosteroid is giving us access to that somehow. But all the risk is on you as the customer, because you're now streaming IP that you don't have access to stream. And now, how do you get around that with GFN, for example? Well, GFN then like has their own cover. Like, I can guarantee you, Squid, can you pull up what GFN says in that same like who can use GFN? Like, I think that's where the legal gap is, and I don't think people actually understand that.
Yeah, because GFN protects you. Like, you have that protection. They got license to use these games. So that's, I mean, I don't know. We'll just leave it as that, but without going too much deeper. But,
yeah, so just throwing it out there for every. But there's a lot of these different services that are running around. Actually, if you look up cloud streaming gaming platforms, there's quite a bit. And I think the moral of the story is there's some people who have great content and bring on legit people to interview, and there's other people who, I don't know.
Yep. See, look at Cowboy's point right there. Someone got their Ark account blocked. Lost Ark. That's a big popular MMO out there, and you can play it on GFN for free or other places. But if you're playing it on Boosteroid, something that you're not supposed to, that can happen. It's almost like how, I don't know if you guys remember way back in the day where like PlayStation and Xbox games were really easy to get. Like, people would have the illegal versions of them and be streaming it. It's kind of like the same thing, same concept in a way, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not licensed to play it, or like even if they get a Nintendo game, oh gosh, Nintendo's real quick with their shit. They, like, I don't know, just saying. But let me see on GFN. I'm reading their shit too.
They got them offshore servers.
So yeah, so that was like, that's what I think is a big thing, because I think earlier last week, right, everybody was all hyped up about Boosteroid. Oh, they said this. They said they're going to do this. Oh, we're going to do a second interview. We're going to ask the hard questions. Well, if you don't actually have the knowledge, how are you going to ask a hard question? You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Well, I did kind of leave something out, and I'm going to circle back around to the Stadia Pro games real quick. Roguebook. Have you tried it, Perp?
No, but it's supposedly like Magic the Gathering, and I like the card. Like, I used to.
So I got so much shit from Squids because I didn't know the dude that created Magic the Gathering helped create this game.
Yep. And he did that other game already exists, I think, was streaming it. It's like Faria or something. Faria?
Yeah.
Some other card game, and that I didn't know that, and that was apparently a big other card game too.
It looks awesome. It's more like it. I get, because you know how Magic you have to have land or whatever to be able to.
So I'm looking at Faria's screenshots, and it's pretty much like, it looks like this game. Like, it has the same hex deals, right? And then I believe if you buy the alternate art, I think that art is from that game. I'm not mistaken.
So I heard you talking about buying some extra content, and I can't find it on the store.
So who's the guy? Who's the guy who designed it?
It's like Alex something. Hold on, I get to his name. You have to go to the game exactly, Monk.
Is it?
It's on the bottom.
Let me see. What is it called?
Real quick, I'm going to it right now. His name is Richard Garfield, actually.
Oh, Richard Garfield. Okay.
So, yeah, if you just go to the game, it shows it, right?
No, I got you. So, fun fact: the person who founded Wizards of the Coast actually took a class with that guy.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So that's when you said that, I was like, "What?" Because he's Peter Atkinson. He's older, but I actually did a video thing with that guy. So. But it's not him, so it doesn't matter.
It's a really interesting game, like, because of the way it's roguelike, so everything generates differently every time you enter the book. But on top of it, you have to draft cards every time, and then they get augmented and changed as the game goes, and like you have to constantly change your play style because you don't know what cards you're going to draft. Like you have to build around that strat. It's interesting. It's I thought it was going to be really hard to get like a hang on it, and I'm not like the best or anything, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a good time with it. It's fun. I see Squid's streaming it like crazy. I love watching him play because I probably wouldn't have figured out a lot of this stuff without watching him.
No,
it's a
like
pretty
Squid
good
got
game.
really into. I remember your first look, you were really into it, and then you did it like the next day, and you got really into it. So
Yeah, I've been playing a lot off camera though. But
Really?
yeah, man.
so you've been liking a lot. Well, LoFi, what games have you? What's your favorite pro game?
My favorite pro game so far has to be Roguebook, just because I can't put it down.
Okay, interesting.
That's great.
Like it's so much better than I had ever. Like I didn't even know what it was till it dropped on pro, and then I'm like, okay, well I'll give it a shot at least. I'll play it at least once for a first look, and then I always look to see the background of the game before I play my first looks, and it's like I was like, wait a minute, this was on Switch, this was the Magic the Gathering guy, all that, and then I started looking into reviews of it, and it's really highly rated. So,
How many hours
like
of gameplay is it?
It doesn't take long. There's only like 3 levels, but then there's a prestige where like they call it an epilogue, and it changes the way the game's played every time, and you just keep building. So many ways to play.
Oh wow! So it seems like Torres is going to play. It seems like, and your mama knows. And I want to say this about, because there's one person in the community, and they have been pumping a game, hyping a game up since the beginning of this year, and that game finally landed on Pro.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do a community stream.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, there's gonna be a tournament coming up next week.
Oh, okay. Who's got that going on?
I think it's the one formerly known as the Stadia Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
So, like, let's know what's the winner get? Like, let's hype this up. I mean, as someone who's supposedly a hype person, I don't hear a lot of hyping coming from this person. So, if we were able to hype we hyped up Centipede, we were able to hype up Roguebook. We've even hyped up Peppa Pig. Shout out to Stadia Ron.
Simulator.
That's also a part of the cult now. Instead of amen, we say "oh man."
Oh man! So
bro.
I think we can maybe get some Fast and Furious hype going on.
Yeah, I dusted Perp.
You did. Not only you, the other 7 cars in the race.
It was fun.
I was leading for like 2 seconds.
Well, I know Squids is the racing guy, so I'm waiting to get into it with Squid. But before we get too off track, I want to know what your experience. I want to hear your coming into Roguebook.
Who, me?
Yeah, I want to hear the whole thing because.
Well, because literally I found out about it about like 24 hours before it was launched. Because shout out to Windstar.
Right. It was kind of like I don't know,
because it was like it was that show, we did the show Thursday, right? And then it was at the end of the show he brings up Roguebook. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I gotta look it up, and I'm like, oh shit, what is this? And then come to find out it's coming to Stadia, and I was like, oh shit. And then I see that it was the MTG guy, and I was like,
yeah, for real. Shout out to Windstar. I've been waiting to see him play this game too. So yeah. I know Main sent me a little preview of him playing, and dude, I really enjoy it. Man.
It sounds like one of Main's games. It sounds like this would be a Main's alley as well. Like
you're not doing yourself a favor if you only play it a couple times. If you only play it once and put it down, play it a couple times. Play it a couple times at least, and because you'll see how it changes and evolves. And anyway, you go ahead, Squid. You were saying.
Yeah, no, and then that's pretty much it. Like we just saw the trailers and everything, found out, and then sure enough, it's coming to Stadia. Then it's coming to Stadia tomorrow. Okay, sweet. So I have to jump right into it and try it out. And just with me being a huge card fanatic guy, like I don't know if people know that, but I played years of Magic and a couple years of Hearthstone and some other ones, Yu-Gi-Oh, a little bit, and Pokemon, but yeah, there's a lot.
What is it, Hearthstone? Yeah, it does have that kind of look to it almost a little bit, but it also has a Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like a perfect blend
without the
that.
pentagrams. And
Yeah. A little bit different with the like the energy, which is like the mana, so to speak, but there's interesting ways to ramp it up and cheese it, which I've already figured out how, which is there's some cheap janky cards in that, which I like when cards have that, or games have that.
But that's also if you can draft those cards, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you have to get completely lucky. So it's completely RNG every time. So sometimes I get really good ones, sometimes I get really bad ones.
One time I drafted nothing but block cards, man. Like it was like, what the hell's going on? And I only had a couple strikes, and it was like it made every game like. I mean, I made it really far, right? Because it was nothing but blocking, but I still I had to like work with by like getting allies that attacked when I play a card. So when I blocked, they also attacked. Things like that, just to make it through. It was like you just got to change your strategy around it. Nothing's impossible in this game. It's just figuring it out, really.
Yeah,
I like it. Everybody should try it out.
And if I could say this, it's kind of like how I was saying with Hearthstone and Magic. So like Magic, you have like monsters down there, right, that are there. And then how it's like Hearthstone is like you're a big guardian, right? Like you're the big person that has the, like 20, 30 health or whatever. But in this case, it's like, 70, 80 or more. But you have that, but then you have to remember then to block, which is, crucial, which is like in Hearthstone armor. It's the same kind of concept armor because you block, incoming damage and it wouldn't hurt your health. But then also you have the board, which that also has something like that, which is the allies, which I don't know if you guys use the allies yet, but the allies are our boss, man. That's
my favorite thing, really.
So I'd recommend playing those two guys that I play. Then, if you like the allies, try Sirocco and that guy, and Cypher.
That guy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, the turtle. I can't think of her name, Aurora or something like that. She has a lot of magical powers. She does a lot of casting, so she does a lot of allies too.
Yeah. I'll be doing some runs with the turtle guy and the arrow person.
I think it's hilarious that Cowboy didn't realize it was a rogue game.
Oh no! Yeah, no. That's like when I was playing with I forgot who I was playing with. They were playing Risk of Rain, and they found that out, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not playing this again. Got to get all this stuff."
Dude, I love these rogue games. Like, dude, what's it? What TV? What's that game that just came out? Death Run TV.
Yeah,
that game. I was just playing the hell out of it too before the show. And I was like, I'm gonna play like 1 or 2 rounds, and then no, I got sucked right in. I stopped playing it for a minute. Good 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man.
I realized, when you start the game, they put you backstage of the show and you can like pick up your power-ups and decide what guns you're going to go into the show with when you start out. And I realized, I was like, if you shoot anybody back here, they like all of a sudden a bunch of security guards rush in and you got to fight them and they got like laser rifles.
Oh, no.
It's nuts. Yeah. A lot of fun. But so who is Chris and why are they leaving? Does anybody know that?
Oh, Chris? Oh, yeah. In the Stadia. I forgot what he did.
I don't know who it is.
He's like a community guy.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Chris from Stadia. I think.
He's like a product manager or something.
No, he was the community manager.
Yeah, one of them. Because there's like 3 of them. So.
I don't think he ever. I mean, I think he started in March,
Mm-hmm.
And then he
Yeah, that's what-
posted some updates, a few months. I don't remember seeing him in any stream.
Yeah.
And so it makes me like kind of, I'll say this. We know the Stadia communication team there is, they're trying, right? So, and so it makes me wonder if Chris was just brought on as extra help during this period as they like kind of do their own shifting. But he definitely was no grace. I'll say it like that. But it seems like he's a Stadia player. I'm excited for him. Maybe we can talk to him sometime in a game. But yeah. It was the community manager.
So what was the other thing we were talking about backstage? You said
Clearlink. There he goes. It was not a full-time employee. It was an extra help. Seems like he was a vendor type of person. So he's no Shaka, right? Shaka's the actual.
Yeah, she's the actual like community manager. Yeah.
Social team. So it makes me think she may have got a little funding to bring on a little help there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, what you were talking about backstage. You brought up Boosteroid and something else.
Oh, we had the question I have to chat because there's a lot of people out in chat, and this is to y'all too. And I've been wondering this. We've seen this a couple of times, right? Where it's like Stadia is getting a little bit of momentum, right? The narrative is changing. It's getting somewhat neutral articles. And I think, we see these pivots, right? It's like a giant ship and things are pivoting. And I think over the spring, we start seeing a little bit more neutral news.
Hold up. That's not right. Dude, Madden is garbage, bro. Madden straight garbage. Don't even bring that in here.
They already had Saints Row. They're not getting it. But I'm pretty sure, Maker, once again, you're like not day and date and then Planet. Like what? Here's my question, Maker. Like, what do you get for being wrong?
I just bought a Saints Row game. I don't know. I wasn't about to buy Madden.
I mean, I think, Maker, like in school, like the teacher would give out a test and you would purposely write down the wrong answer and think you're outsmarting the teacher. Like, that's what I think you did. Like, what do you get for being wrong so many times? That's all I want to know. But no, I'm joking, Maker. I'm joking. I'm not that hard. I know you don't. He speedruns.
He don't even play either games.
He speedruns Elden Ring, so I give him a ton of credit for he's a solid. He does, and I watch his streams on Twitch.
Maker
yeah, but no. So the question I want to know is is the narrative? Do we think the narrative is changing? Because last week something came out. PC World put out an article and said Stadia was their editor's choice for cloud gaming, right? It was published last week, and so that was it's a fairly positive article, right? And I'm wondering do we think that this is kind of like a false feint, or do we think that there is actual momentum growing? Has Stadia turned a corner on this one?
I don't know. I don't know about it's turned the corner yet. I'm waiting for that little change porting to be it'll be obvious when everybody's got that little change porting going on.
But I'm saying the media, the narrative, not the narrative. I'm not talking about.
But doesn't that every time the sky is falling and then all of a sudden something happens and everybody's like, "I told you it was the greatest."
But we've been seeing this before, right? It seemed like all of 2021 it was negative, right? SG&E closed, right? And it was just everything. And of course, the talking heads in the community and so forth are still going to be it's dead. But if we look at the actual media stuff coming out, sometime around the GDC, Games Developer Conference, and they announced immersive stream, we started seeing these neutral articles. Right, about Stadia. It was okay, they're trying to do something different. We can see the positives now. Then we start to see they land Capcom as a major partner for immersive stream. We start to see country expansion. We're starting to see, and then this thing comes out as like it is the number one, it's the editor's choice for cloud gaming. Like, to me, I think personally, there is kind of a shifting narrative around Stadia, and I just wanted to see if is it me or is it what's going on?
But is that Stadia or is that just Google products in general with people? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people. It depends on what you're looking at. Like I remember seeing a dog pile a while back over the messaging, and it's like they just improved messaging, and people were like, whoa. So sometimes I think it's just some people just have a general hate for Google, but
yeah, it's almost like I look at it as like, okay, say it wasn't Google, right? Say it was just Apple. Then there's gonna be like all those people that are just like, I hate Apple and all this stuff. I'm not gonna play it. You know what I mean? Or even if you could say Microsoft or any other company. Really, there's people that just hate companies. People hate Amazon. People hate Sony.
I don't like this whole you got to be stuck in an ecosystem,
right?
Because I buy one product from you and now it doesn't work with anything else I got going on, or the reverse. It's a weird thing how they do that.
Yeah, and people put themselves in their own box. It's up to them to get out of it.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the last of the good news, though, Cowboy. I think we're going to see a good month next month, and it's
started.
I think we're going to see more country expansion. Personally,
yeah, I think South America,
and I haven't
down there.
Yeah, and Ubisoft's supposed to drop a ton of games. Ubisoft's supposed to drop a ton of games by the end of the year. So on top of
Ubisoft
everything else,
has huge things in South America. I don't know. They got some big old offices. So
yeah, Ubisoft's got some weird stuff going on too, though, because something with their CEO taking a pay cut, and I don't know about that. That's not good, but let's see how it plays out because they're doing a lot of big things. Yeah, man. So, what's your plans for this week coming up, Mr. Squids?
So I might do another set, some first looks tomorrow. Once I get off work, and then pretty much gonna get back onto the regular schedule of chill times with Squids throughout the week, Monday through Friday. And Tuesday nights, you got the world famous Plant Eating Squid show, which I don't know if people know that show. That's the original Chill Times with Squids. But yeah, so we do that on Tuesday, and then community play on Fridays, which we're pushing a lot of outcasters, try to get people out there playing it.
Yeah, I wish that would go pro again.
Yeah, I might try to give some people some of that. So stay tuned.
Yeah. I think, and I just want to answer to Simpleton. I'm not sure if Brazil is next. I don't think that Brazil is next. I think I could see a different part of it.
Sure.
I think Brazil is. I think it's coming, but I think I think immediately, I think there's another big market that no one really talks about, but it's definitely.
And that is the Japanese, Korean market over there, Asian market.
We'll see. I'm thinking something maybe in the Middle East or something like that, but we'll see. No. I don't want to say. I don't want to.
Yeah, but what do you think about what Perp was saying, Squids, about how it seems like the narrative is changing with the media?
I think it's all for the better, because I think people are just realizing, Stadia's actually, it's like Stadia's like Rudy, right? You remember that old ass movie? People, I don't know, just Rudy. Long story short, it just feels like Stadia's Rudy, and he just kind of pulled through this one time, and they still are. But no, that's what I feel like with Stadia. Just they're that underdog platform, and they've just been busting through the walls and just breaking the mold that is the regular gaming trend. And it's just funny how people always try to compare it, which you can't compare Stadia to things. It's too unique.
I feel like it's kind of like the
similar.
pineapple on pizza situation where
Right.
like some people just don't like that shit, but dude, it's
Mhm.
good. Put a little
Right.
jalapeno.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's depends on your preference, man. Because if you're like, that's why I always bring up people's backgrounds. Like if you're like a more like centered PC background, you may not like that experience. If you kind of have like a console background or even a handheld background, that probably will be something more up your speed. I think that's the problem is people try to compare it to, something that's so much more money than what it actually costs when Stadia is like really free. But then you could argue about the pro argument, whatever. But I still don't count that as like you're paying for something because it's optional, whereas these other things you have to pay.
Right. It's it's different. It's different on so many levels. The fact that
And then
like
having a la carte.
you can drop it and come back to it like
Yeah.
anytime. All those games and you just build a library. That's so different.
And that's why I like it because you just get all these unique games. Sure, you may not play it yourself, but who knows? Maybe in a couple years or down the road, a couple months, maybe you'll play it then. But it's always going to be there, able to instantly be accessed. So that's the best part, I think.
Yeah, man.
So I want to just put out there that potentially there's a bet going on in chat.
I see that.
So if Simpleton or Maker wants to take that, I'll take it. Anybody in chat, if y'all want to take it, I'll take the bet, which is the next country a Latin American country? So I'm giving you all of Central and South America. Or is it another country somewhere else around the world? And so I'm saying that I think the next country is not a Central and South America country.
I don't think so either because we've seen hints of things on Twitter like a while back. Like in Asia and
I'm just saying if anybody wants to take it, if you want to take it, we can do this one. Your crystal ball versus my crystal ball.
The purple crystal ball.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, thanks, Simpleton. All right, you got it. So
nice.
Got it.
A little bit.
Man, it's nice. I like the beats, man. I switched up the music tonight. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Team
It's a
PurpleHaze.
50 yes. Okay, so you're saying it's a 50-50. Maker, I feel like a few months ago Maker would have taken this. He would have been like, of course.
Right? Things are looking a little different.
He doesn't want to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of hang in there. It's going to snowball,
All right.
And there's going to be,
sometimes
they're going to be better than others.
But y'all saw it. So Simpleton, we'll see.
We didn't talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. Have any of y'all played that yet?
I've been watching other people play. So I've been watching.
I heard Papa Bear has a good playthrough.
Papa Bear's been doing it, and so did I watched.
Cali Fat.
I haven't watched Cali Fat, but I was watching Helix Cloud Gaming. They were doing it today, so I was watching them. I've watched their entire stream today.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to playing it. Don't get me wrong, but I still need to finish up Those Who Remain, and I've been trying to find the right time to do it because Shorty wants to play with me, so she wants to finish.
I want to make her. Why would you bet against FIFA? Like that one. Like, why would you do that one? I'm just curious. Like, to me, it's like you're kind of spinning in the wind on that one. Like, there's enough hints that FIFA is coming. Just curious. But I hear you. You're like, you already expended yourself. I already got Simpleton, so I got to figure out what game he wants or what game I want. Sorry.
What were they calling them earlier on that other show? Staters.
What are those?
Stadia haters.
Staters? Who was calling?
A little stater tot. It's a little stater tot.
I eat those for breakfast.
Staters.
Man, I'm still laughing about that guy that Blame Stadia for not being able to go to college.
Yeah, that was good. That was so good.
It's not a. So it's not a. So
Thanks,
to make it's not a contract.
Couldn't eat dinner tonight.
Right. Oh, it's being
It's not a
emailed again.
contract.
Thanks, Stadiers.
Staters.
Yeah, I know, Geeky said it right. No, yeah, it's not a contract. It's not. That's not how it. I think that's the whole thing. That I just have a very different interpretation of the business, and it's not like Stadia contracted out to EA. If anything, it's like, does EA? Here's the reason why I think FIFA's coming. I'll give you the reason why. Because Stadia is a, at the end of the day, it's a B2B company, right? So if we think about when FIFA is supposed to launch, and they already said it's launching on Stadia, but if we say when it's supposed to launch, and we know that Stadia is a B2B company, why would FIFA and EA, and specifically EA, why would they not launch FIFA on the one cloud platform that runs the smoothest across the countries it runs? Why would they not launch that right before the World Cup? Like, that's where it's like when I look at the business side of it, that's the question I have for anyone. Is that is Stadia did have, yeah, it's a fight. That's a different thing. But the whole point about Stadia is a storefront it's a distribution model. Yeah. It's not a studio. It's not a publisher, right? And I think like we have to understand what a publisher does and what a studio does and what a distributor does and a channel.
It's like the Amazon warehouse of gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like they're they're all over the place, and they can deliver your games channel everywhere really fast.
So like that's the reason why I would say, and then they did state that it was coming to Stadia, and there's quite a bit of technology on it. And then if we look at, I don't know, I think that one you're kind of spitting in the wind on that one, but that's just me. But we will see. Who are you betting?
I'm betting new features are coming soon.
Ooh, LoFi
to the platform.
LoFi. What type of features, LoFi?
Social features.
What does that mean?
I can't tell. I can't say. I can't spill beans.
Okay. Got sources?
I know a person or two or three.
I hear you. I feel like new features are coming too. Mm-hmm. And I've always said this. The one thing I think that would be really cool.
Well, one was kind of spoiled because like it got tweeted out by you.
Who, me?
Caught it. Yeah, you tweeted it out. You caught that they accidentally left in for everybody to see. You were like, "Hey guys, this isn't supposed to be here."
Oh, but no one saw that. No one reads Purple's tweets. No one
notices that, right?
No one noticed that feature. No one noticed that feature, you know. But we'll
just saying new features.
New features might be coming out. All right, we got it. So
yeah. Oh yeah, you know what? I also heard somewhere that somebody from EA said that one-player games are dead. What do you guys think about that? And what do you guys in chat think about that?
So, I think like to a degree, no, they're not dead. But is the industry moving away from that? And Maker and I got into this yesterday in the chat. On the Cowboys channel, I don't think it's dead, but the industry is definitely moving towards social gaming. Like, and I'm not saying that that's what we like. I'm not saying that's what Purple likes, even though I do like those co-op type of shooters, whether it's in Destiny 2. What do I play in Destiny, Squids? What is it? I always play Gambit, right? Like I do like those things where I'm on a team, but if we look at some of the biggest games, they're all social, like community types of games. And of course, EA is going to say that. I mean, EA won Game of the Year with the co-op game, right? So I think that's their positioning. But I think there's always going to be studios who are doing unique things with one-player games and the stories those tell. So I don't think that's dead, but I do think we're going to see more and more community type of games.
Yeah. I mean, I play a lot of one-player games. I play a lot, but I mean, I guess we all do as streamers a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I don't know. Single-player games, like, they're cool. But I personally, like, when I buy a game, it has to have, like, either an online thing. Unless I really
I
have
wish
to,
we
like,
could
branch
rogue book against each other.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be
nice.
super cool.
But I have been branching out more and buying, like, more single-player games. Like, last year I bought, was it Sekiro and Jedi Fallen Order and a few other ones, like Resident Evil 2 as well. Got into that. And those have been great. Far Cry as well, got into a little bit. So.
Yeah.
But that is online, so I don't know. Kind of goes over that barrier.
Oh, speaking of Far Cry 4 is coming, and Blood Dragon, right? You already got Blood Dragon. I know that you could play Blood. You'd already been able to play Blood Dragon through Far Cry 6 for a while, but now it's a separate purchase you can make on the Stadia store, and you actually got it for free somehow, and you haven't figured out how yet.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, well, it's because of this person right here, PurpleHaze. I got the gold edition. It did it to me, and then it came with it. So it's a part of the season pass. So that's how you get it.
I got you.
Yeah,
that's dope. Have you played it yet?
Yeah, not yet. No.
What do you think about it?
Probably what I'll be looking at this weekend. I saw little gameplay clips of it already, but yeah, it should be interesting. Because I haven't played that one.
Yeah, MM2K was telling me that it's just Far Cry 4 reskinned or something, or Far Cry 3 reskinned, something like that. Mm-hmm. That's pretty interesting. Yep. A lot of people thought Ubisoft reusing, but I think I don't mind it. I think it's cool. It's I always think that, like, even when I was doing my little cheesy game development stuff, it was like how can I could repurpose, did the all kinds of things. But anyway, I don't know. That's neither here nor there. Simpleton says he hates the box art to Dragon. It's so 80s cyberpunk. Yeah, but isn't that the whole look of the game though? I don't know. I haven't really played it. I don't know, but it is cool to bring in all the Far Cries because they're really good games, honestly. Some better than others. I wish they'd bring 3 or do a remake of 3.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Squids.
I was just gonna say, going back to the single player, like, because JRPGs, like Mr. Urban World brought up the RPGs. Yeah, I got lists for days of RPGs. So to me, I think it's like kind of like the new game concept. Like, if you haven't played it, and it's something that you're looking forward to, it's a new experience. It's a new game, so it doesn't matter how old it is. But that's why I like some single player games too. So then you can just have them sitting in the side, and then when it's like that time to go play it. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
So, and then one thing I wanted to respond to was the comment. I hear what Maker's saying. Best technology does not equal best success. But here's a question I have for the entire chat, because everybody here understands what cloud gaming is, or at least is curious about it, or just stumbled on this podcast, right? I think we have to think about the future of gaming, right? In cloud gaming, if we think about that future, talked about that it's platform agnostic, right? It's more about the game being played. So if you're platform agnostic, that means your game has to have features that a platform could have. So maybe that is like the features, like if a game wants to be streamed on PlayStation, well, PlayStation has that feature to stream the game via the device. But if you no longer have platforms, no PlayStation, no Xbox, no Nintendo, your game has to do that, right? And so I think for Stadia, at least, I'm not going to speak for the other ones. I could probably speak for Luna. Stadia believes that they're trying to give the developers and the publishers that ability to do that. That you can just go to their site, you can go to their webpage and play the game and have the features, whether it's crowd choice, crowd play, stream connect. I'm missing one of the other one. I never can remember that fourth one off the top. Or potentially the social features, or potentially any of that. So to me, it's not necessarily about Stadia as a platform as much as it's about gaming as the platform. And you hear this, right? You hear this from Microsoft. You hear this from a lot of different groups, that the game becomes the platform. And so how do you make that transition to that? And that's the question I have for the chat. Do you think that's the future of gaming, as games as a platform, as cloud gamers? That was part of the initial vision 6-7 years, even before that. Or do we still believe that the platform is the main thing? I just want to know what y'all's opinion of the future of gaming. And shout out to Ray, the Gaming Cyborg, for pointing out a great Netflix show called The Future Of, and it's the future of gaming. It's an episode in there. Great find, Ray, for anybody who kind of wants to understand what gaming is. But I'm curious, because I hear these two different things. It's like we always want to hold on to cloud gaming is all this, but you're using the same constraints that we use for platform stuff. And it's like, well, are we missing something as a community if cloud gaming is supposed to be agnostic? Mm-hmm. And we keep using the same scorecard as a non-agnostic industry. I don't know, just my thoughts. I just wanted to get that out there. Sorry, LoFi.
Nah, that's interesting though. But yeah, big shout out to Ray. He joined me on the 4th of July for the morning show, and time me, him, and Main's World. We were hanging out talking about the fart game. Other than that, it was a pretty boring show. Just kidding. It was a good show. We had fun. Monday mornings kind of get wild. It's just it's not the same here where we have this like structured discussion.
And going back to the game storefronts, I just tried it on Resident Evil's site. If you go to Stadia and you hit buy, you buy it through there, it takes you right to Stadia, actually. So
it opens Stadia. That's
open Stadia right to the page.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's cool. So you just hop straight in and play after that. At that point,
exactly. Pretty nice. Right on their site.
So here's the thing. I was really disappointed in the Black Mirror game or Choose Your Own Path show. Here's the reason why. Because gaming has been able to do that way better than that show did that.
Or even those books. Go to page 17 or 11,
Yeah, that's why I feel like when people are like, oh, Black Mirror did it, I'm like, well, I always pronounce this game wrong. Forgive me, y'all. But the Quarry. Did I say that right? Quarry. I mispronounced it. I mispronounced Quarry, right? Technically, with it has endless start points, and gaming has been like that for over.
I remember Markiplier did that on his channel with the YouTube video, The Heist, with Markiplier, and you could choose basically what he was going to do next in the heist. I don't know. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the downfall of GFN, just as I see people talking about it, is actually going to be exactly when games become very platform agnostic. I think at that point you're going to have game companies pull their license from GFN. I think that's going to be GFN's ultimate downfall.
Yeah.
I just want to. I see people think, but I think that like I would not be surprised if later this year, another major publisher pulls a Sony and pulls their title from or pulls the license from GFN. I would not be surprised at that.
But yeah, I really could see games just being like you were saying. They don't need a platform. They are the platform, you know, for some games. Like I could easily see like maybe not Destiny, but games like Destiny. Once you get that big.
Oh, Black. Oh, okay, Holt, I got you. My bad. Holt is probably screaming at the screen. All right, I hear you. Yeah, Black Mirror. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Future concepts.
Heck yeah.
Streaming. Yeah, I could see it, but yeah, I definitely could. Like, right? I think publishers. I think content does reign. You always say content reigns king. But who enables that content, right? And that's why I think like what are they called? Amazon's cloud platform. I can't think. Not Luna, but what is their cloud called? No, that's Microsoft's Azure.
It's just AWS.
AWS. Yes, AWS. Amazon is almost genius, right? Like every single streaming media entertainment platform is ran on AWS. Disney, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Go, Paramount, Peacock, all of them are not only all the media, not only all the visual media, but virtually all the music platforms.
Yeah.
Also are ran on Amazon. So if you're saying that that's what's going to eventually happen to gaming, well, who's going to win that race? Who are they going to go to? And I think that's where the companies are leaning towards. Mm-hmm. But because you have to do more with gaming, right? I think that's why that's what the actual race is for.
Yeah, that market interest.
Yeah, it hadn't got to the point where it disrupts.
Not yet. I think like if I had to make the parallel to where we are, like if we think about streaming music actually started like as an actual business, happened before Napster, right? Napster came in and it was free, mm-hmm. right? And then the music industry was just like hemorrhaging money. And then iTunes came out and then we saw some other paid services at that time, right? But we're talking like over a decade before we saw streaming music like we see it today. You know, same with TV streaming. Same, right? We usually could not stream TVs. We could stream movies and stuff, but it took years before we got to where we are. And so I think cloud gaming or streaming gaming, it's going to take a while, and it's also going to take the content has to evolve for streaming. That's the big difference right now. Content has not evolved yet to the point.
I think that's where the patience has to come in, because then it's like you put in all the hours into the platform and then turn around and then you got something new. Turn around again, you got another thing.
Yeah. You know, man, Ron Slusher always comes in with these foods that called barbecue. And then earlier, who the Geek the Sneak was talking about pizza. Why do y'all do this to a girl who's not eating on a Friday night?
What's your favorite pizza? What's your favorite pizza in chat? Tell me. What's your favorite pizza, Perp?
My favorite pizza?
Yeah, what's your favorite pizza?
Oh my god, I have favorite pizza places. I don't have like a favorite pizza.
You're in New York. So tell us, give us a scoop on the pizza. Is it like, because you're coming from Texas to tell me what's the hubbub? Is it the big deal? Is it true? Is it that great?
I mean, New York pizza it's known for they use different types of cheeses for one. And they cook it a little different. And it's like the pie. It's like an actual pie. Right? I think Texas, like Houston pizza, you have a lot of chains, right? You have Domino's, Pizza, Papa John's, but there's not like an actual pizza place unless it's like a fancy, like
yeah, where there's
it's
like a brick
different.
of it.
Yeah, exactly. But in New York, you have like these pizza shops that's like a small storefront, and they've all like kind of mastered the art of making a pizza pie. Now, give credit to where it's due. Chicago has its own type of I knew simple.
Chicago pizza is dope. I gotta be in the mood for that though.
Oh my gosh, Simpleton wouldn't know what good pizza. He's from Boston. Come on. His team couldn't win a championship up 3-2 and Steph Curry's hurt. I don't want to hear it. Simpleton.
Coming hard with the neck.
You know, like he's done. He's done. City of champions. No, city of second place. If you're not first, you're last. How about that?
That's the most truest thing I've ever heard Maker of Chaos say right there. Pizza has the best pizza.
Pizza has the best pizza. New York has the best pizza.
You
No,
don't
I
lie,
think
man.
that's what it Pizza has. Oh no. No.
How about you, Squid? We know you're the vegan. What is your favorite pizza?
I mean, I just get the pizza without the sauce, but or not without the sauce, without the cheese. Excuse me.
And without the meat.
And without the meat, yeah. So then I just load it up with veggies. So it's like onions, green peppers, bell peppers, red peppers, all the peppers, garlic. I don't know, whatever I could throw on there. And then I'll either have a cauliflower crust
away and being like, "What is this?" I never crossed my mind that somebody might do that.
Some of the vegan cheese is like, I don't like it. It gets a little goopy and weird, but there's some that's good. There's some that's good, but I usually rock it without the cheese because I don't really like cheese that much anyways. I mean, I did before, but not that much. So I was lactose.
Maker was distracted playing games on Stadia, y'all. Like Stadia has games. He was playing them on Stadia. He's gonna stop now to clarify. Americans gonna name a cheese that doesn't include America in its title.
I can Mexican cheese.
Camembert. How about that?
Goat cheese.
Tocino pizza rolls, legit.
Yeah,
does Wisconsin cheese
Where's my hot pocket? What? What'd you say, Perp?
Wisconsin cheese? Does that count? Because it doesn't have American. Yeah, it's like Kraft. Does Kraft work for you? I'm just pissing him off now. Oh wow, you already beat Roadbook on Stadia?
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's not that. I mean, once you beat it,
Gruyere cheese.
There's you get the Red Plus after you beat
Gouda, smoked Gouda,
nacho cheese,
blue cheese,
cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks.
Do you like fish sticks?
Government cheese. Ha ha ha. Cheesing in a game. String cheese. Oh man. Whoa, I just realized a cheese stick could be a fried string cheese.
Yeah. Go show. Battered. Mind blown.
Mind blown.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I got to show you my vegetarian pizza though. I dip it into sweet chili sauce.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I am hungry now. Thanks, guys.
Taco Bell. Don't you have your Taco Bell? What is it? Curly fries are already talking about the other day.
Ooh, Mexican pizzas are good too.
Cheese Will. Ooh, that's a good cheese. Cheese Will.
Cheese puffs.
Are we trying to like one out each other? Who's gonna get the last cheese in? Squids is not cheesing. I know that much.
Remember cheese.
Big Chilean.
Yeah, no cheesing. No cheesing for 3.5 years. no cheesing.
No reason for the cheesing.
Why are you cheesing, man?
Cheese Whiz. Oh gosh, he came back with coming from the end.
There he is. There he is.
Did we say cheese ball? Because that's
when you take a picture, you say cheese.
Yeah. Where are those cheese balls? Those ults. That's
say cheese. You should have said say cheese. That's the one. Say cheese.
I just want to say to the panel, what have we become? What has happened?
We went from gaming to cheese.
I don't even eat cheese.
That's why Stadia knows. Like they figured out like these people are gonna create a gaming channel and talk about cheese. They don't care about games.
Invent cloud cheese.
That's what they have been like. We'll just give them the bare minimum. They're entertained by cheese.
Oh, with the Swiss cheese.
Cheese is ingredient in any great Philly cheesesteak. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting to know. Chuck E. Cheese. Damn it. Y'all are good at it.
Chuck E. Cheese. Nice. That's a good one. Yeah,
that is a
What
solid
about
one.
cheesecake?
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Man, you know, this is how we know there's a room full of dads here, because y'all are like going at it with this.
Come on.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Cheese. I don't know. Is that what you guys eat? Would you guys eat that?
Oh.
Which one?
Would you eat chocolate covered cheese?
Chocolate covered cheese. No, but I would eat cheese covered in chocolate.
Cheese covered. Purple.
I think we saw what's wrong with cheese covered in chocolate? Did I say something bad? Oh no.
You're gonna break some people's heads. Like on the well, kind of spoiler. I was gonna be like that girl and the boys, but we'll just leave it as that. Oh man, because she has like mind powers.
You should just let it rip. It's that kind of show. I've done nothing but tell dick and fart jokes for the past 2-3 weeks now. So. But anyway, guys, what do you got going on this week with your channel, Perp?
I'm gonna try to get through a little bit more of Tomb Raider. I think that's what I'll be doing on this weekend on my channel. And then next week, you heard it here first. You know, we've had great lineup of Shades of Purple people, but we're going to be going to someone who kind of dips his toe in the Stadia community, but is really just probably another controversial figure in cloud gaming. We're gonna have Dark1985 on Shades of Purple.
What?
Yeah, so we gotta bring it to him. So yes, if y'all wanted to take shots at Doc, he will be on Shades of Purple next week. Hope y'all are there so we can definitely do what we do.
I was gonna say that, Simpleton, but you got it.
She's covered in chocolate. I told you. But I would not do
come up with a secret word. And whenever we say the secret word, everybody screams real loud. Oh wait, no, that's already been done. Damn.
There's levels to this.
There's levels to this.
No, I'm gonna we'll see. It's gonna be probably a different type of Shades of Purple. I plan on having a little fun with them. So we'll see.
Right on, guys. Well,
awesome.
I appreciate you guys for coming on the show.
But we didn't ask Squid what he's doing.
We did earlier. But
yeah,
go ahead.
What are you doing?
Squid's, the world famous.
Well, no.
What do you mean?
Go ahead and let him do the let him plug himself real quick. Go ahead.
Oh, then we got the Stadia Dosage channel. No, you're good. Stadia Dosage News channel. If you guys didn't know, we are doing a big giveaway. $25 every single day, Monday through Friday. Some on Fridays too. We might do the community play streams. So on Fridays we'll play Outcasters, Killer Queen Black, PUBG, some other games too. Group games, right? And then Tuesday, World Famous Planning Squid Show. And then random Twitch streams. Like I do have extra time now, so we'll be getting back to those as well.
Yeah, and if you're missing out on the morning show, man, you are not man. Come on, Squid's morning show is the best thing going in the Stadia community, bar none. Best show. If you're not there for the morning show, at least check out the VODs. We have a great time there. It's like, dude, Squids, you have for me, and I think a lot of people in the community, you have the best show in the Stadia community with the morning show. So shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being there every morning for us, dude. So yeah, that's a big deal, and it means a lot to everybody.
Thank you for being there every morning that you're there.
Yeah,
that
you are there.
That you are there. It's about a solid 85%.
More times than not. Yeah.
It might be a hit or miss sometimes.
But you always can tell if it's like if you wake up in the morning and you check your subscriptions and you see Squid streamed like 2 hours ago, you're like, yeah, we're probably not getting the morning show.
Yeah. So sometimes on mornings or Mondays or the later part of the week, it gets a little fuzzy, but I try to be on time.
No, you're awesome, dude. You do you, man. Take care of you, man. But yeah, my channel this week is gonna be a little weird because I got a family reunion coming up. So there's more to come on that. We'll see what's going on for this next week. I can't really say anything solid. So but yeah, man, if you guys are in chat, thank you for coming. Please hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and join us next Friday for join us Monday for Cloudy Thoughts, Monday morning. And we'll all hang out and get wild and say a bunch of shit we probably shouldn't say, and I don't know. We'll do something. It'll be fun. But yeah, guys, you got anything else you want to add, guys?
Yeah, well, you didn't plug yourself. Your morning show, like Squids definitely gets it started, but that Monday recap is definitely a great show as well, LoFi. Mm-hmm. So,
Oh man, it gets nuts in there, man. I love it. I never know what to expect. And like as wild as I think this show can get at times, because we say some goofy stuff on here sometimes, but oh dude, yeah. Like I don't know. Like we were talking about the fart game, and I don't know if y'all ever played that when you were a kid. So like there was a game we would play. Somebody farted.
That's not one of those things that are like, yeah, we all did that, and it's like,
yeah,
no, we didn't do that. We didn't do.
You ever heard of this though? Where you put your thumb and your pinky out, and you have to put it to your forehead, and then you have to name a fruit. If you're the last person to name a fruit, then you ate the fart. You'd have to be like, oranges or bananas, apples, whatever.
Yes,
no,
I don't know what he's talking about. We did not do that.
Your friend group must have been doing some weird shit.
Yeah, you were like,
totally.
You.
But
I love how everybody's like, what? I think we should definitely clip you for next week, because no one, and I mean like,
you never played doorknob?
I don't even want to know what that is anymore. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know your games. I don't want to know what y'all do there in Tomball, Texas. Conroe, where are you, Conroe? You know what y'all do over there. Twisting, whatever you're twisting, whatever you're turning, whatever fingers you have, whatever stuff you're throwing up. Good for you.
What?
I'm glad you're having fun. As long as you're gaming, as long as you're playing games, I'm great. I'm good for you. Doesn't mean I'm gonna play the same games. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, it's good. I'm just giving games that you could play with your kids.
I know. Once again, parenting is that. Got it.
But yeah, I'm straight out of the north side of Houston. I don't know about what they do out
crazy,
here.
That crazy north side.
That north side, yeah. That north. But anyway, you guys, I really appreciate everybody for stopping in and coming in. And there's more to come. Join me Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will schedule it that way you can just see in your own local time when it's coming on. But yeah, appreciate everybody for joining in chat. Shout out to Mary Chaos for basically joining in the conversation. I should have just sent him a link to join the damn studio and bring him in here. But
games or anybody. We've had a great Simpleton, Squid, or I see Squid.
You know what? We'll set that up next time for me, you,
Cowboy,
and we'll drop a link.
Ray, mostly Martinez earlier. Everybody, Ron, Mr. Urban World. Happy birthday again. He had a birthday last week. Wait, Purple, wait, doorknob isn't a thing. It's the proof in the plane. Oh.
The proof
Stop. We're not doing this.
You gotta try it, Perp. So,
No.
I figured in the military, somebody would have showed y'all these games. But yeah,
What?
anyway.
What?
Just saying, it's something to do. So, guys, appreciate everybody joining. GG's to everybody, and
yeah.
thank you guys for coming on and talking with me. And for everybody else, see you Monday morning. Peace.
Peace.